So I have some fat left over from my son's butcher shop, and as you can see, it has some meat in it that I'm going to use for a stew, but mostly I'm interested in the fat that's coming off of it, and I'm going to render it down, and we're going to make some tallow. Either use it to on your skin if you get it rendered down enough so that there's absolutely no smell to it, or you can keep some and you can see where that hard fat is up top, and what I would do is I would cut that off and I would throw that away and render that out again to get the beefy smell out of it. But it's a process that you have to learn, and I'm learning how to do it, and I'm going to make tallow to cook with and tallow to use on your skin, because it really is the best thing you can put on your skin if it's rendered down correctly and has all the impurities out of it. So I'm going to show you how to do that.
Between Dr. Jill and Vice President Harris, it has not gotten better. It's been documented not only in the Daily Mail, but also the Wall Street Journal has done extensive reporting on this. Dr. Jill openly mocked her recently at a White House event when she said, I want the holidays to be filled with peace and joy. And then she goes, oh, don't read too much into that, because she knows that a watchword is, of course, joy. But it was nice for them to all come together.
So this is the little sections, little pieces of beef that was left close to the large sections of beef fat, and I just put them over in a pile, and it actually makes a very good beef stew because it's cut in little pieces. So obviously the less beefy pieces you have in your tallow, the less times you will have to render it. But for now, I'm going to use all this beef fat, and we're going to slow cook it and render it in some water and salt to get the impurities out, and then we'll put it in the refrigerator, and I'll show you the separation of it and how you can scrape off the impurities on the bottom. Then you break it back up and you reheat it in water and salt. Now you may say, good morning. So it's been in the slow cooker for about 16 hours all night, and I'm going to let it cool a little bit. I'll come back later and strain it through a cheesecloth and show you what's next. You can see all the parts that didn't melt. Some people cook that up as crackling, the little tiny pieces of beef that's left in there. Some people give it to their chickens to eat as a little treat. It's not what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's not a good idea to do it often, to give it to your chickens often, but it is a nice little treat for them, and they can digest it well. So I'll be back in a few after it's cooled. So we poured our beef fat into a stainless steel strainer with cheesecloth, and I have squeezed as much out of it as I can without squeezing too hard, because you don't want to get any of the actual pieces to go into the beef fat that you're saving. So this is what it looks like. We're going to put it in the fridge and let it harden. I'll come back in a few hours and show you what it looks like, and then where we'll go from there. And this smells so good. I put in a little olive oil with my tallow and some cedar wood and orange essence oils. And it has turned out so fluffy and white. I'm so excited. I've been using tallow on my skin for a while because I had some eczema and some dry spotches. And it is just amazing how it makes your skin feel. And it's all natural. So now I'm going to put it in a little glass container. And actually this was a candle I had last year and I saved a few of these. And so you just make sure they're really clean and no other wax is in it. So I really just poured some boiling water in it and a little bit of vinegar and salt to clean it real good. And so I'm going to put the tallow moisturizer in this little jar.
They have to make a choice, one versus the other. Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth as well as providing 24/7 sensitivity protection. Patients are going to love to see Sensodyne on the shelf.
Turned out so fluffy and white, and you will be amazed at the benefits from making your own tallow and how much money you will save on cosmetics when you use natural ingredients and don't have to go to the store and pay for it. You can check with your local butcher shops, or sometimes grocery stores will sell tallow or suet, and then you just come home and render it a bunch so that it turns out nice and white with no impurities in it. And it took me 3 times to render this, and I can post the recipe for that if you would like to. But it feels so good on your skin. I use it morning and night, and it has cleared up. I had like a tea dryness here. I had some eczema here and some eczema here, and it has totally cleared that up. So I have switched now, and all I'm using on my face and skin heals is the tallow that you can make in your own home kitchen and save tons of money. A big old bag of tallow in Ingles, I think, sells for like $8, and there's no telling how many little jars of this that you can make. And all I put in this after I rendered it was just a little bit of olive oil, and then I put some orange essence oil and some lavender essence oil in it. The next batch I do, I'm going to put some magnesium in it, and because I've read about how you can rub that on the bottom of your feet at night to help you sleep. I'm not a fan of just rubbing magnesium lotion on me. It's too sticky for me, so I'm going to incorporate it in the tallow and see how that does. I'll let you know.